Just want to give people a quick reminder that the supplement industry is not required to do any safety testing, and they're not required to prove that any of their products work. Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and I'm going to say this, and you know what? My stance on the supplement industry is actually really the reason so many people disliked me years ago. Put that in perspective. You know, you'll hear so many people trash talk me, but then you have to remember there was a whole hate campaign funded by supplement companies against me 8-9 years ago, right? If everyone remembers that. Yeah. So let's be honest about this, right? This truth that I'm telling you right here, you know, not only has made people hate me and come after me, but it's probably some of the most useful fitness information most of you need to know that very few people are willing to tell you, because everyone is scared of the supplement industry. Okay? If you guys recall, remember when Dr. Mike Israetel, people were talking about truth, and it was like a live he was doing. He's like, yeah, Jason Blaha told you the truth, and look what happened to him. He's like, be very, very careful when you start telling the truth. Ooh. But here I am, still alive, still telling you guys. Okay, let's look at this. The supplement industry is based out of the U.S. Let's again be honest. All the major companies are U.S. based. Even the stuff they're selling you around the world, American-based companies. Therefore, American-based laws are the biggest ones involved. Okay. The supplement industry is not legally required to do safety testing. They are only required to remove products after they have knowledge that they may be dangerous. So what does that mean? It means as soon as the owners of the companies or the executives find out there may be risk with a product, they see evidence, they have to pull it. Now, there's a certain amount of claims of ignorance that allow them some wiggle room, but keep that in mind. The supplement industry, okay, this is one of the agreements Congress made with them. They are not required to do safety testing because they're not really allowed to sell products that work anyways. They gave them an exception to the rule. They're like, okay, so we know you guys need to make money. This is big business. They lobbied with them. And in the 90s, it's now 29 years later. Or is it later? Was it 93 or 95? I'm starting to forget. I'm getting so old. One of those 2 years, there was a Supplement Control Act. All right. It allows them to not safety test because that costs money. They can't afford to do all that. All right. They can't afford that and still sell you the products. The FDA doesn't get involved until we start seeing effects. And those effects need to be positive or negative, right? So that's the situation. As long as they don't know that a product is harmful, they're allowed to sell it to you. Now let that sink in. How many of you out there buy this stuff? You're buying stuff that has no safety testing. Same people are scared of anabolics. Most anabolics got through FDA clearance and were approved for human use. Not saying they don't have side effects and health effects, but at least they were approved for human use by the FDA. Many of them were at one time or still are. You're scared of those? All right, how many of you out there listening are a little leery of that? Oh man, I don't want to put all that in my body. But you'll buy over-the-counter products claiming to help you build muscle or burn fat to do the same things that have no safety testing. These others had years of safety testing and clinical trials. They assess the risks. Supplements don't do that. You're putting stuff that hasn't been safety tested in humans into your body. You think that's a good idea? Just because it's over the counter? I mean, so's table sugar. That's over the counter. You want to go consume tons of that? All right, here we go. All right, as far as effects go, they're not allowed to sell you products that work. What? Just like they can't make, they've got to be very careful with the wording of their claims. They can't claim medical benefits. Okay, burning fat is medical benefit. Building muscle is a medical benefit. To be careful how they word this. They can imply things. There are a lot of implication around, but they can't claim they do these things because these are medical things. Right? This is what prescription and controlled substances are used for. Right? Plenty of them out there. You're familiar with many of them. They're becoming more and more mainstream. All right. They can't do those things. When supplements are proven to work, they get pulled off the market. All right, what was the big one? When I was younger and newer to lifting, this was, again, over 20 years ago, ephedra was pulled off the market. Now, they cited health risks, but the risks were fairly low. Want to know what had happened that same year? A whole bunch of clinical trials looked at it and determined that it was a stronger fat burner than some of the prescription stuff being given for weight loss by pharmaceutical companies. Okay? Do you not understand the correlation between that study coming out and a few months later it being outlawed? We should be able to buy it in Walmart. Right? We used to buy it at Walmart. There would be 6 different brands of ephedra. And it was cheap. And it was an effective fat burner. It worked too well. They outlawed it at the federal level. Same thing happened with all those pro-hormones. You were considered natural if you took pro-hormones. Why? You're like, well, they turned out a bunch of them were real anabolics. Really strong ones too. Yes. Because being natural in the bodybuilding world, which is supported and funded by the supplement industry, means you're taking only over-the-counter products. It doesn't matter if they're a drug. It matters does the supplement industry sell them. And once these products were then outlawed because they work, they became not natty for you to take them, and all the rules changed in natural bodybuilding. Okay, and then they started testing for them. Natural is defined as, is it an over-the-counter product or not? Whoo. Again, marketing is a marketing word, right? The word natural is a marketing word. All right. From that point forward, the supplement industry kind of stopped trying to make anything that worked. Right? This is 20 years ago, guys. They stopped. They're like, look, they pulled ephedra. Then they took all of our gray area anabolics that were technically legal, made them all felonies, made them all controlled substances. Why should we bother to make anything that works? It's just going to get outlawed. We don't have to. Let's just put a bunch of fake natties up and let's lie and market and just sell garbage that doesn't work, that has no safety testing. And it worked. They made billions and billions and billions of dollars. Okay? Again, the nature of the laws. I don't even necessarily blame the supplement industry itself, even though it's shady. It's the laws involved. The laws determined the nature of the supplement industry. And like any company, you evolve within the environment that you're in. And that's what they did. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.